Lisa Robbins, you're responsible for global transaction banking in the Asia-Pacific region for Deutsche Bank. What do you see as the major trends in the region and what are the challenges for the industry?
Well, let's first talk about some of the macro issues, and then that brings us into what's going on in the industry. We see in all of our countries this year lots of changes of the guard on the political level, whether it's China, Korea, Japan, or in Southeast Asia. And that brings with it a certain level of expectation of what's coming in the future politically and in each of the countries in which we operate. Second trend is that we see lots more regulation occurring within these markets, but at the same time we see regulation, we see a lot of liberalization. So if you look at what's going on in China in particular, more liberalization in terms of interest rates, in terms of the ability to make investments into and out of China. Same is true in India, one of our major markets, where the RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, and the State Bank of India have made regulation a little less tight in terms of bringing in new assets into the country. And we're seeing the same thing occur all over the region. So that's very exciting to us. We have these two things going on at the same time, one on the macro level and one more directly affecting our industry.
So it sounds like there's a lot of change been happening already. Do you expect that change will continue, and what other trends are you expecting to see?
Well, I think change in our industry is just a constant. You can't plan for no change, right? So we're seeing a number of things occur that are really exciting. One is the RMB. What's happening? Everybody's talking about the renminbi. We see that as an opportunity for us to help our clients understand how to manage this particular tool, new currency, whether it's hedging, whether it's how to use it, how to invoice it, how to make investment in it. All of these things present opportunities for our clients. Second trend that we see is really related to what I talked about before, is the opening up of different markets to financial liberalization. Again, two of the key markets, China and India, are seeing a wave of regulatory opening, if you will. Interest rate liberalization in China being one. The opening of the QFI market is the second one. In India, the FII market is opening up with fewer regulations for customers who want to invest in India. And if you look at what's going on as well in other countries like the ASEAN, where the ASEAN is coming together to provide uniform standards for a variety of financial instruments, which will make it much easier to navigate and to invest within the ASEAN region.
So even though there remain disparate currencies within the ASEAN region, the standardization is going to help with the introduction of new instruments.
We're seeing a lot of new things occurring within the ASEAN, whether it's the introduction of a standardized stock regulations in different countries, and we're seeing that as being the genesis for more liberalization and more ease of investment into these countries. Another trend that I hadn't mentioned earlier is the increase of intra-Asia trade and intra-Asia commerce. As we see these markets grow, the domestic economies within the ASEAN, within China and India continue to grow. That affords opportunities to have a more integrated intra-Asia trade flows. And that is a growing area that we are very, very focused on, helping our clients within the Asia region with their trade and investment needs. And finally, a flip side of that is what's going on when large corporations are actually looking outbound into other parts of the world, whether it's Chinese companies going into Europe, Asia, US, and Latin America to invest, or Indian companies and others doing the same. They need assistance, they need tools to help them manage their foreign exposure, foreign currency exposure, to manage their cash, and to manage their investments. And we are very, very well positioned to help them.
A lot of transaction banks have said that they're looking to introduce new products and services to the market to help their corporate clients. What do you see as the innovative areas where products and services can help meet these corporate needs?
Well, I think the first thing you hit on the nerve, which is innovation. Innovation is really critical. We have to be a scale business and build our business to support our clients, but we also have to be innovative and also provide good service. So there are four areas in which we're very focused. One is how we can make it easier for our clients to access the products and services that we have and provide solutions. So we have what we call the Autobahn app market, which is very, very easy. It's like one-stop shopping. Press a button on your computer and you access anything ranging from, another thing that's important to clients, FX. They can quickly transact their FX at a very, I would say, very efficient, in a very efficient manner. Secondly, we help them with their liquidity management through our liquidity manager. All these are great tools that assist customers. On our custody side, we have an integrated solution called DB Integrate. So I would say that DB is actually working, if you would say, on all cylinders. All cylinders are go. And I only mentioned a few. There are many, many more.